Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Elaine and today I'll be doing a quick review of my 3 bags from the brand Songmont. So if you're not familiar with the brand, all the products are made in China and I think shipped directly from China. I actually bought these 3 bags with my own money. This post is neither sponsored nor were the bags gifted. I know a lot of the videos on YouTube tend to be gifted bags. As an avid bag collector, I'm always fairly dubious when I see a lot of these bags gifted. And of course, you know, they're going to say good things about it because they got it for free. My first Songmont bag that I got was this song bag, and you see a lot of these reviews online, both in video and written form. And I actually didn't want to buy it because when you see a bag that's often gifted, one, I don't really trust those reviews that much. You know, even if they mean well, I feel like there's always going to be a positive slant to it because you got it for free. Like, of course you're going to feel good about a bag that you got for free and you find useful. And also when it's gifted to a lot of influencers, I feel like by buying the bag, I'm, subsidizing the free ones that these influencers get. But despite those sort of lingering thoughts, I decided to go for the song bag because I do have a Picotin and I really do love the Picotin style. And because I also saw that Songmont did some improvements on the song bag, which made it more compelling in my opinion. So I got the song bag first. This is the medium size, which if you see my review of it on my blog, I do compare it to both the Picotin, Hermes Picotin 22 and 18. This one sits right in the middle. I would say it's a size 20, and I'll go over it more in a little bit. And actually my second one is this one. This is the extra large Yore bag. I bought it because it could fit a laptop. Again, I'll go more into it. And then the last one that I just recently purchased is the Gather bag. I bought it because it kind of reminds me of the Loewe Flamenco that I ended up returning in Hawaii. So the song bag here, like I said, it's in the medium. It fits quite a bit and I love the bucket bag style. I wear my Picotin quite a bit, but sometimes you don't want to be taking out a several $1,000 bag. So in which case this several $100 bag is a much better option. I actually prefer how the song bag closes. It has both a clip in the middle here and then 2 magnets, and so if you want it to be extra secure, you really can close it up. I also appreciate that it comes with a shoulder strap. So for all my Hermes Picotins, I did order a third-party strap from Etsy so that I could make it a shoulder bag, even though most of the time I will carry it by the handles. If I'm with my kid, I need a hands-free moment. I need to be able to sling it over my shoulder. So this is, right now, I have it on the medium length. So at the shortest length, it's a good shoulder carry bag. At the longest length, it can also be crossbody. And it does come with feet. I thought this green leather was so pretty. It kind of reminds me of Celine's Amazon color that I really love from the Phoebe Philo days. And then inside is quite spacious. Right now I have the dust bag in here and I appreciate the pouch that comes with it. So I actually use this pouch as one that carries all my little things, so it makes it so much easier for me to switch out my bags. So this pouch here also has these end hardware, I don't know, clips, and so if you wanted to, I'll leave this one, you can clip pouch inside the bag. So it becomes a little bit of like a divider, and also it just makes it easier to carry everything. And then you can still use the magnet to close up the bag and it becomes this shape, or you could unclip the pouch and then you can also use the clips instead to close the bag and it will still fit the pouch comfortably. I really like the quality of the bag. The leather is great. I will say there is a little bit of a leather cleaner smell. So if you're super sensitive to smells, I probably wouldn't recommend it. As for me, to me, it smells like this leather cleaner I used to use for my Balenciaga bag. So it has like this nostalgic smell to it. The leather itself is very smooth, very spongy. No, it doesn't, and the smell doesn't rub off or anything like that. So I wouldn't say it's a chemical smell, or it doesn't smell plasticky, not to me anyway. Yeah, I actually really love this bag. I used it quite a bit. It is also fairly lightweight. And oh, I also have to say the handles are very comfortable. The leather is folded in on itself, so the edges here are very comfortable. At the same time, it's fully stitched, so that's not gonna like fall apart on you. Yeah, and the inside is suede, pretty standard suede. And then the bottom is reinforced with leather on both sides. So yeah, I think this is a great bag. The original iteration of this had a flat pocket, which I didn't think was very functional. I think starting last year maybe, they started coming out with this new design with this new pouch, and it's hands down way better than their old iteration. So that's what I do appreciate about Songmont as a brand. I feel like they are listening to their customers and making improvements wherever they can. I do think the founder of Songmont, I think, has a background in user experience. So that makes sense, you know, she's listening to the users and making it better. So I truly appreciate that. Also, I'm just gonna weigh this bag really quickly. So the total weight of the medium song bag is 1.28 ounces. So that's actually quite light. Very lightweight bag, fits a ton, but this size would fit an iPad. I also have a what fits in the song bag. And because it's already fairly light, even when I load it down with stuff, it doesn't feel too heavy. And it definitely fits all my essentials, and it's just like a perfect daily carry bag. This was my first one, and hands down, you know, one of my favorite bags. So even though a lot of influencers got gifted this bag, it is not just hype. I do think it is well deserved. So after I got the song bag, my next bag was the extra large Yore bag. So I bought this because I saw that it can fit a laptop, and at the same time, when there is no laptop, it's like a nice little squidgy bag. So when I do put a laptop in here, the laptop fits just right, but it does make the bag slightly flat. At least there is some depth here. By having some depth here, it doesn't distort the bag when you do have a laptop plus something else. So say if I were to put in, I don't know if my pouch would fit. Let's try. Okay, so, oops. Oh yeah, so a pouch would fit in here. My pouch does comfortably fit at the bottom here inside. And let's just fill it up with my usual wallet, mom pouch, sunglasses. All right. So yes, everything fits very comfortably inside because of that gusset. And one of my favorite features about this bag is the phone pocket in the front. So they have a little magnet closure here, and you can just throw your phone in. And then very comfortable strap up here, easy to carry over my shoulder. And then if I were to take the laptop out, it does have a little bit of a slouch. So it's actually a nice slouchy bag here. I will say the leather on this doesn't feel as luxurious as my other two Songmont bags. It's a little bit on the shinier side. I think they chose this leather because it is quite durable. It won't stretch out or anything. And this is meant to be a laptop bag. I also do like that the straps here, so I have it on the shortest length because I want it to be a shoulder carry bag, but you could make it a crossbody bag, and the straps here, they have a place to tuck it in. So I think that's actually great design. You can do it that way. Or if you like the look of the straps, you can also tuck it in at the bottom. I just noticed there's a slot here while I was doing this review. And I was like, well, it opens. So yeah, you could probably put the strap in here. So if you want the look to be like that, you can just tuck it in on that side, which I think is a good look. I mean, right now I have it on inside this slot here, and I do kind of like that clean look. So I will go back to putting that in there. Very well made bag, well designed. Everything is stitched very beautifully. So even, you know, these bags are made in China, which I think is why they can have a good price point for them. But I think it is definitely made by one of the factories that produce high quality items. Stitching's impeccable, edging is great, not too thick. It's actually, it's really nice. I also like that the corners here are reinforced. So even though this leather is a little bit on the soft side, you know, they made sure to reinforce the corners. I do like the bit of a contrast stitching. So it's a brown bag with white stitching. And then of course this handy dandy iPhone pocket or phone pocket is just, you know, so convenient. And yes, and last but not least, there is a little keychain here. So if you want to put bag charms, this bag charm is actually from Songmont. These look like plumeria flowers to me from Hawaii. So overall, this is a really well-made bag. I'll get you the weight in just a second, but because it is so lightweight, when I put a laptop in here, it doesn't make for a heavy bag. I've been using it more for when I have to carry my laptop around, which these days isn't as often, so I haven't been using the bag as much, but it's definitely going to be a keeper. One of the drawbacks I would say to this bag is I wish they had used a little bit of a better lining. This lining to me looks kind of cheap. I mean, it's just cotton polyester blend maybe, but I mean, at least it's not shiny, which is like, honestly, to me, that's the worst lining you can put in a bag is a shiny polyester lining, but you know. So at least this is cotton. Inside there is a flat pocket here that's quite large, and there is also a zipper pocket in here for, you know, maybe valuables or keys, so you won't lose it at the bottom of your bag. But in terms of design, like honestly, this is one of the best designed laptop bags in my opinion. And let's weigh this one. All right, so this one weighs right about 1 pound. So it actually weighs less than the medium Song bag, but I can see why, because this leather is quite thin. And last but not least, this is my third Songmont bag. Is this the small or the medium? I actually think this is the small gather bag. There is a medium, and the medium one would fit your laptop, but since I already got the extra large Yore bag that fits the laptop, I was like, well, you know, I don't need 2 bags that would fit a laptop, but I could see this being a very good laptop bag as well. So I got this bag shortly after I returned the Loewe Flamenco, the new version that looks sort of like this, just like a dumpling gather type of bag. I got that one in Hawaii, and I had it, I think, for a day or two when I was kind of trying it out. And as gorgeous as that one is, the lambskin leather on that is so soft so that whenever you put anything inside, it just kind of like, it was also longer than this bag, so it would just kind of curl up and distort, and I didn't really like the look of that. The only way that wouldn't happen is if you like cinched it up real tight into like a circle, but I kind of like this more elongated rectangular shape. I didn't really want it to be a circle, so I did return that, but then I saw this one, and I was like, you know what, I think this might scratch the itch for it. And you know, it is sort of a dupe for it, but it's also a very generic sort of dumpling kind of bag that a lot of brands do. But this is Songmont's version. And since I already had the other 2 Songmont bags and I knew they were good, I was like, let's go try it out. And it did not disappoint. So first off, this can be both a crossbody or shoulder carry bag. Right now I have it on the crossbody length. It is also fully removable on this side, so if you wanted to take it off, you could do that. But it also has this handle right here, which is also used to cinch up the front to make it more of a dumpling shape. And this can be a top handle bag, but this also fits over my shoulder. And if you're not using that to keep it out of the way, it does have a magnet in the middle that can attach to the magnet that's also used for the magnetic closure. So I think that's great design, something different, very interesting. This shoulder strap, again, like I said, it is removable and it's adjustable, and it also comes with a little D-ring if you wanted to clip in some sort of bag charm. That could also be really cute. I actually prefer to have this be very simple. It did also come with a type of charm on here. I actually don't know where it is anymore. I took it off because I like the more simple classic look. You can't tell that it's really Songmont, except there is a small embossed branding down here, very subtle, and I think it looks great actually. I appreciate that they didn't do it in gold foil or anything like that. Like, you can't even see it really. Inside, so inside opens up fairly wide as long as you have the strap kind of attached there. And it is a quilted cloth textile interior. It's also, I feel like, maybe a cotton polyester blend, but I actually appreciate this. I really like this lining a lot more than the one that they used for the Yore bag. Inside there is a flat pocket here and a zipper pocket on the other side. You could fit your iPad mini, your regular iPad, books, but it will not fit your laptop. So if I were to do a quick demonstration, yeah, so it doesn't quite fit the laptop. So the next size up, the medium, would fit the laptop, and honestly, if I didn't already have the Yore bag, I probably would have just bought the medium gather bag and call it a day. Just have the Song bag and the Gather bag. This is the dark brown color. I might go for a medium still, we'll see. And then, oh, and one last feature here is there is a magnet pocket on both sides here. So, hello. So you could fit a sweater in here is how they have it in the pictures, but these magnets are pretty strong. So I'll just store my phone in here. It can fit and it won't fall out on the other side. Yeah, it's a very strong magnet. And so instead of opening my bag and rooting around, especially if I have it sort of like cinched up and under my arm like this, then it makes it so much easier to just grab your phone from the inside here and pull it out. So again, very well designed, very well constructed. Everything is branded here, even their little pegs. No feet on this one, but I do appreciate that there's this X here. So this is definitely reinforced. When you look at the Loewe Flamenco bag, it is not reinforced, and that is why it easily distorts once you put something heavy inside. I guess just for reference, I will use this bag, or I will put all my stuff in like I normally do, and you can see here, it doesn't distort. And then of course I could cinch it up, make it more like a dumpling, and off I go. So yeah, oh, forgot my pouch. It's a great bag. I really, really like this one. In my opinion, hands down better than the Loewe Flamenco. That's, I think at this point, like $4,000 or something crazy. This one I did get slightly discounted. I paid, I want to say around 600. Less, definitely less. So the Gather bag weighs, the small one at least, 1 pound, 1.4 ounces. So I do appreciate that a lot of Songmont bags tries to keep the weight under or around a pound. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found that interesting or informative. I do have to say, I forgot to mention, I don't personally have a Songmont code. You know, hey Songmont, if you want to collaborate, I'm open to collaboration, even though I kind of knocked the influencer collaboration in the beginning. But having bought 3 bags and tested them out thoroughly, I 100% believe in the product. Just putting that out there. But for me, since, you know, I don't have my own code, I did look them up online. You can find something from 10 to 12%. I just Google it. So I did get most of these bags either 10 to 12% off. I think for the first one, they also have a welcome code. So just look it up. It makes these bags just a touch more affordable. But no matter you get the discount or not, I do think they are 100% worth it. I can foresee that, you know, this would be continuing love affair with Songmont. I am thinking of buying another one actually. So yeah, I will probably do a review on that once I test it out. But I think of all the mid-range, I don't want to call it mid-range luxury because, you know, that's a little bit of a misnomer, but I would say mid-range high quality brands out there, I would say Songmont to me is one of the best. And so I've tried quite a few. So, you know, I'm no stranger to mid-range high quality bags. And of course, it may be a little unfair, but I am comparing them to the high-end luxury bags that I do have. So I compare this to the Hermes Picotin. I compare this one to the Loewe Flamenco. But, you know, I gotta say Songmont is one of the few brands out there that can stand toe-to-toe. Is that the phrase? They can stand toe-to-toe with these luxury brands. Of course, their leather quality isn't going to be as top-notch, but their design is really good. Oftentimes, I would say their design's even better than some of these luxury brands. And construction is also very good, you know, also as good as some of these luxury brands. So I think if you are in the market for a well-designed, functional, high-quality, mid-range bag, Songmont is a good choice. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.